save by Schroeder. As Flaherty put that one right on. 15:30 to go. Here's Fillier. Nice pass. They score. What a pass from the rookie Fillier to set up Alex Carpenter.
Welcome to the league, Sarah Fillier. That's what we expected to see out of this player. And Carpenter, who we know what she can do, finishes off the job here to make it 3-2. And Nicole Hensley was there, Clay. Take another look at this play as this rush develops. Flaherty lays out the sauce pass, a beauty.
All right, here we go, 3-on-3. And Fillier, the rookie, the #1 draft pick, the #1 overall player drafted in June, is out there for New York, number 10. Going against Taylor Heisey there, number 27 in purple. She was the #1 pick a year ago. And New York ends it. How about that? Carpenter scores. Just 19 seconds into the OT, New York is going to walk out of St. Paul with a Game 1 win.
I think those two are going to get along just fine, Clay. Carpenter and Fillier team up for a couple here in this one, and it's the game-winning goal. What a pass by Fillier. She just dances around the zone and sends this sauce pass off.
You know, every now and then, and shaking up the lines a little bit.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kelly. The New York Sirens heating up here, back door, and she scores! Sarah Fillier with her first in the PWHL. Her first of many. What a goal. Sarah Fillier, the 24-year-old from Georgetown, opens the scoring.
Well, and this is just a dynamic play. It's a takeaway in zone off of the faceoff, and they're able to get it back, and it's right here. Alex Carpenter with the pressure on Kayla Barnes. A puck comes up high, and instead of getting rid of it, it's right on the...
2 minutes for Ealing for Ambrose. Goes Andy Hart here. Eldridge takes a look. Back door. Another shot. Bar down. Make it 2 for Sarah Fillier. She makes it look so easy. Sarah Fillier.
Are you kidding me? And this puck works its way to Eldridge, and she sees that seam is there. And it is on, and it is off Fillier's stick, and it is in a hurry.
Goals from Emily Clark, Cheyenne D'Arcangelo, and Katerina Mrazova are the scores in this one. New York has been held off the board. Here's Fillier. Oh, what a snipe! Top corner, first shot of the third, and New York has life. It's 3-1.
I'll tell you what, I think the ice is just fine down low. Fillier with a really nice play here, picks up on the loose puck, and then just drives it in.
Eldridge, Carpenter, Alex Carpenter, good pass, shot, score. Sarah Fillier finds the back of the net on the power play, and it's 2-0 Sirens.
I don't know how that puck found its way in from the angle that she was at, and that just goes to show how sharp of a player Sarah Fillier is.
Between Minnesota and Boston tonight. Hillary Knight on the board for the Fleet. So 2 great PWHL hockey games in action this evening. In front, she scores! Of course, Alex Carpenter, and the Sirens take the lead. Alex Carpenter silencing the crowd here in Montreal. Net front. Nets at home for her 3rd of the season. Fillier with the feed at square.
Aaron Frankel, so good in the postseason last year, but she gets beat on the tap pass. Zandy Hart setting it up in front. And we are tied at 1. Peyton Levis makes it 1-1 as New York has tied it. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the opening frame.
Zandy Hart settles down the bouncing puck. Now Fillier working in. Carpenter tried to feed Toulouche behind the net. Sarah Fillier, dangerous as ever, goes for a lap. Finds Carpenter right in front, sealed off, and it's in! Oh, Toulouche with a goal for the Sirens!
Toulouche gets the goal, but Fillier makes this play, and it all starts with puck control and finding time and space. Watch her take off behind the net. No jam play because it wasn't there. Hold on to it. Lateral. Finds space. And then a soft puck into a good area. so that Carpenter can go to work and allows Tulish to go to the front of the net.
Darryl Watts, another grade A opportunity. New York wants to get it out. Bourbonnais behind goal now. Fillier backhands it over to Bourbonnais. Just over 1:30 left in overtime. All the way ahead. Pulled in. Eldridge shoots. She scores! Jesse Eldridge, the game winner. New York defeats Toronto 1-0. A thrilling game, start to finish.
And New York passes all the way up, trying to catch. Remember, there's a long change in the overtime because they switch ends, and here comes Eldridge with a gorgeous in-tight feed.
Long shift for the gang in green. Now they get a change.
Fillier walking in. It bangs off her teammate's skates. Chaos in front, and it's in! The Sirens have tied it! It's Elle Hartje with her first in the PWHL. She picked a perfect time, and she tied this game at 2.
Well, as we were talking about some tired...
Down near side, drawing some scepters her way. Sarah Fillier back up. That was Shelton. Trade passes there. Shelton once more out to Carpenter. Top circle, back out. Shelton, one-timer, scores! Ella Shelton does it on the power play.
We'll continue this kill. Fillier on the far side. Takes a look up high for Rock. Rock for Fillier. Down low. Eldridge out in front. She scores! Jesse Eldridge on the power play, and it's 3-0 for the New York Sirens.
Eldridge initially looking to hit Carpenter on that backside, and that puck doesn't go through, comes back to her. But that's what gets Mashmeyer off the post. And Jesse Eldridge has been so good for this team this year. Greg Fargo said her game has been
on for those who are dressed with the special teams units.
Sarah Fillier will lead the rush now for New York. Tries to gain zone and does so. Fillier with Shelton streaking toward the net. They score!
As you see, Sarah Fillier just flying through the neutral zone. We get a look at this replay. She's just coming with her head up, crosses over, drives the defense back. And you see Ella Shelton on the far side, able to push the puck across the goal line.
Struggle to get out. They finally did. Had to chip one in and change. Both. So Montreal survived. New York with aggression.
Fillier across for Simpson. She scores! Just like that, the Sirens had cut the lead in half.
You heard Jamie Hurst say it. New York's down 2-0. They got them right where they want them. And here they cut the lead in half on a great rush. Coming up ice. That was off the chip in by Montreal where they didn't put enough pressure on in New York.
Fillier is there. New York, second in the league in power play percentage at just under 19%. This New York penalty kill has killed 79% of penalties. That is third in the league. New York desperately needs a goal, and head coach Greg Fargo told us that there's more pressure on this power play unit with the lack of 5-on-5 scoring. And they score right on cue. It's Ella Shelton, and New York has life here in the second.
Of course, Fillier sneaks in, but look at this little takeover coming around the top slot, looking backdoor as Ella Shelton slides down.
Off the end boards. Fillier pushed off the puck, but she keeps it in as Keppel was on her. The George down deep. In front now, backhand shot saved by Debian, and they score! Jesse Eldridge cashes in the rebound, and the Sirens have two here in the second.
New York flipping the script. Montreal was so good on the forecheck in the first period. Well, this was an excellent forecheck. You see, Sarah Fillier cuts back, drops the puck in, but look at who gets to it. And out muscles. That's first Jesse Eldridge, and she pokes at it, brings it back to Fillier, who throws it up.
I think half of the games they've had multiple power play goals in.
Here comes Fillier trying to answer. Streaking toward the net, they score! Alex Carpenter in her return has given the Sirens some life.
Huge goal from their emotional leader, Alex Carpenter. New York gets out of the zone. They get out nice and clean. Look at the puck support. As they come up ice, they fill lanes. They try the net. And there's Carpenter right in front in the hard area of the grease pan to bang it home. Fillier threw him in front just to try to create some havoc.
About, especially in the first period, he's liking what he's seeing, just trying to find a way to finish as Shelton lands a heavy hit on Morin. Sirens with jump. Here's a chance. Bar down. Sarah Fillier, a highlight reel goal, and the Sirens are on the board.
If you are going to make a pass up the middle of the ice and not connect on it, and you give Sarah Fillier that puck, more times than not, she will find the back of the net. Having her head up when she gathered that puck sold Erin Frankel in the net. Erin Frankel is one of the most athletic goaltenders in playing game but not scoring. And now when you're doing it right, you know, you're starting to see the results. And, you know, the process has to, at some point.
Scores! New York takes the lead, courtesy of Sarah Fillier. Letting it go. Sarah Fillier, her 7th of the season, puts New York in the driver's seat.
Well, and this looks like a non-threatening shot from the outside, and then it's about recovering the puck, and Darkangela's going to lose that puck, and it's going to go right onto Fillier's stick. And when it goes on Fillier's stick, it is off Fillier's stick, right there on.
In the player advantage, Rock snaps it down though, Carpenter and Fillier. Rock taking a look, far side for Shelton. Down low for Eldridge. Eldridge scored the last power play goal for the Sirens. It's Fillier, lets it go, redirected, backdoor! She tucks it home! Sound the alarm, Abby Rock ties it up at 4. Abby Rock looks like she tucked it home, backdoor. Let's take a look.
Well, and you're seeing the motion and the swing up high. Alex Carpenter trying to push her, present herself. It goes off of her, and she drops it with her hand, puts it down.
Desperate for a goal right now. After they went scoreless on their first player advantage with 3 shots. This one thrown in by Eldridge. It was blocked. Shelton playing quarterback. Fillier, nice pass to Eldridge. Eldridge drops it low. Looking in front. Fillier scores! Great pass from Abby Rock on the goal line. And the star rookie adds another and pulls New York within 1.
Not many teams can keep Fillier off the score sheet. And you see as Sid Barr gets pulled in to cover Carpenter. She's just fixated on Carpenter getting her stick, which is great, but the puck went right on the outstretched reach of Megan Keller's stick, and it was beautiful pass. Here's another look at it. You just can't even teach that. That's just her elevating herself to a whole nother level.
She only has 2 losses on the year, but one was to New York. That was back on December 4th in Montreal. There's a wrist shot, save made. Desbiens, they score on the rebound. Sarah Fillier. New York gets rewarded for the constant pressure they keep on Desbiens here tonight. And they regain the lead 2-1.
Again, the forecheck. Look at Fillier. She starts this play. Hustles, wins the battle. Carpenter heads up play out to Zandy Hart for a shot on net. And who gets the rebound? Fillier for her 8th goal on the season. Another look at it. See the shot.
9 points out of the playoffs. Minnesota, the team in 4th currently. That's 11 ahead of New York as it stands right now. Here's a chance down low. They score. New York takes their first lead. Peyton Levis, former Buckeye from Rogers, Minnesota.
Well, good puck movement there, getting Hensley to go from right to left, and she just never really was able to get set. Great play off the skate by Fillier.
Not a lot of offense tonight from Alex Carpenter, which we're used to certainly seeing from one of the stars, and that's going to be an empty netter. Empty net goal for Sarah Fillier. She'll take it.
Back out to Eldridge, to Shelton. Fillier coming in, takes it into the circle. Fillier shoots, they score! New York on the power play. It's now a 3-2 game for Ottawa. Wow,
talented she is, and for a rookie, it's incredible what she's been able to do. But every single person on the puck for New York touched the puck. But after rolling up on the high right flank, deking out an Ottawa forward, picking that corner that she...
With an assist in this game. Get back, and Fillier scores! New York, with its 5th goal in the 3rd period. My, oh my.
And just... And Carpenter unable to hold the zone. Sarah Fillier floats one into the corner as Eldridge goes back to Shelton at the point. Fillier. A deflection in front, and they score!
Good looking power play by New York. All about possession, all about getting pucks moved, and all about getting some traffic. Good little low to high here. One little traffic set up in front is Carpenter, and then gets out of the scrum, gets back into the scrum. So gives the impression, leaving the area, jumps back in, and creates a screen, and the tip.
So tough with that empty net behind them. Fillier, down low for Carpenter. What a move! She scores! Oh my goodness! A beauty of a goal for Alex Carpenter. And with 15 ticks on the clock, the Sirens are within 1. Sarah.
Fillier shoots, they score!
Oh, what a snipe!
How about the rookie sensation, Sarah Fillier?
Just the beginning for Fillier.
She's a player that brings the fans to the edge of their seats.
Here's Fillier. Nice pass. They score. What a pass from the rookie.
You just never know what she's going to do. And her filthy shot, kicking corners left and right.
She makes it look so easy.